The Unveiling of Aeternum. The sun cast its golden glow upon the city of Aeternum, painting its marble towers in hues of wealth and permanence. Tourists marveled at its domes. Diplomats toasted under chandeliers. But beneath that shine, a slow, quiet rot had been spreading, fed by secrets, sustained by lies. At the center of it all sat Arcturus, a figure older than the city's youngest building. His face, carved with time, bore the weight of decades in power. A statesman turned shadow puppeteer, Arcturus controlled Aeternum, not from its grand halls, but from hushed rooms behind locked doors. Few had met him. Fewer still had defied him. At his side was Cassandra, poised and unreadable, his confidante and advisor. To many, she was his mirror, but inside, Cassandra was beginning to fracture. She had kept her silence for years, trusted her cause, trusted him. But now, the whispering had begun. In taverns and train stations, on rooftops and radio waves, one name grew louder: Veritas, a journalist without a face, whose words cracked marble with truth. Her reports, unsigned and dangerous, peeled away the polish of Aeternum to reveal prisons hidden beneath schools, contracts rewritten by blood, and families vanished into silence. And then there was Lysander, bold, magnetic, reckless. His speeches stirred the hearts of the forgotten, those who swept the steps of marble buildings and lived in the shadow of their glory. His rallies grew larger. His voice, unfiltered, defiant, was impossible to ignore. Three forces, three paths, all converging. One evening, Cassandra stood in Arcturus's chambers, reading a file Veritas had leaked. It documented secret land deals, orchestrated riots, falsified election counts. The paper trembled in her hands. Arcturus noticed. "You're shaking," he said calmly, without looking up. Cassandra stared at him, searching his face for the man she had once believed in. "Did you do this?" A pause, the kind of pause that says yes without admitting it. Arcturus closed the ledger and replied, "We built peace. It was never going to be clean." That night, Cassandra didn't sleep. Veritas, hidden in the city's underbelly, watched the chaos grow. Each truth she released brought a new fracture to Aeternum's facade. But exposure wasn't enough. The system wouldn't fall from shame. It had to be dismantled. She reached out to Lysander. He met her in a candlelit tunnel beneath the city square. "I know your voice," he said. "You're the who pulled back the curtain. And you're the one with an army," Veritas replied. He narrowed his eyes. "You want a war. I want the truth to win," she said. "And you can't win alone." Together, they crafted a plan, not to storm the palace, but to destroy Arcturus' myth from within. Election day approached. Tension gripped the city like a rising tide. Rumors swirled of Cassandra defecting, of Lysander's candidacy gaining traction, of Veritas preparing her final blow. And then it happened. Cassandra stood at the podium beside Arcturus. The press gathered. The cameras rolled. The city held its breath. "I have stood with this administration for years," she began. But no more. Gasps rippled through the chamber. "I have seen the lies," she continued. "I have lived them. And today I choose truth." She turned her back on Arcturus. The crowd erupted. Chaos. Cheers. Cries. Confusion. That night, Veritas released the final documents, proof of Arcturus' deepest betrayals. Real names, real signatures, real victims. Aeternum didn't fall with a bang. It shifted. Power slipped like sand through Arcturus' fingers. The people stormed no palace, but they voted with fury. Arcturus fled into exile. Cassandra took no title but became a symbol. Lysander, reluctantly, became the new leader. In speeches, he smiled. In private, he aged by the day, haunted by the revolution's cost. Veritas vanished. No more whispers, just the memory of her truth. Years passed. The marble towers remained, but now they bore cracks, honest ones. New leaders rose, some noble, some not. But the people of Aeternum remembered. They remembered that marble can be shattered, that truth can reshape stone. And every so often, in the corner of a cafe, a pamphlet would appear with no author. Just a title. Even in light, shadows speak. And the city would remember. What